When I found out my husband was cheating, I didn't swallow my anger. I smashed the apartment he bought for his mistress and massaged intimate photos to his employees and business partners. He went crazy and attacked my parents' company. We tormented each other for a year. Both ruined, his reputation destroyed, his company bankrupt, my parents lost everything they'd worked half their lives for. At our divorce, we were both broke. Years later, he got back on his feet with help from a powerful backer. His first move was to come after me. I lost my stable job and had to scrape by. My parents, worn down, fell ill. On their deathbed, they held my hand and said, "Daughter, we're sorry we couldn't do more." I knelt there hating myself. Then I opened my eyes. I'd been reborn on the day I first discovered Song's affair. I looked at the glaring lipstick stain on his shirt, washed it, dried it, ironed it, and hung it back in the closet. Exhausted from the mutual destruction of my past life, I decided, no more mental torture. I'd just enjoy being a rich wife. I realized I was 27 again. My parents were healthy. My eyes stung with emotion, but I forced myself to stay calm. I washed the shirt, scrubbed away the lipstick, and put it back. I looked at Song's sleeping next to me. Memories of our past life surfaced, but I couldn't act. Before our marriage, my parents ran a small factory. Song's helped them turn it into a real company. Now his trading firm was our biggest client. I couldn't be impulsive. When he woke up, I put on a gentle face. He asked about the shirt. I said I'd washed it. He tested me, and I said it had wine stains. He relaxed. I relaxed. The smartest lies are seasoned with truth. In my past life, I hadn't taken it lying down. I slapped him, slapped his mistress Lin Yan, smashed the apartment and car he bought her, hired lawyers to make her return every penny. He retaliated by destroying my parents' company. In the end, we both lost. Years later, he rose again and made me lose my job. Asked my parents. They died blaming themselves. I realized my so-called revenge had only hurt the people who loved me. So this time, I wouldn't tear off the mask. Song-jae seemed pleased with my performance. Then the doorbell rang. Lin Yan was there. I calmly let her in. Said Song-jae always praised her. She bragged about being young and capable, sneering at me for being a housewife. I wasn't bothered. Song-jae came out in his pajamas. Lin Yan pretended to bring a project plan. It was blank paper. He said he needed to work. I gave them the room. I crept to the study door. It's oddly opened. He asked why I was sneaking. I said I didn't want to interrupt. Lin Yan mocked me. I thanked her and invited her to stay for dinner. She flirted with him under the table, even kicked my leg. I pretended not to notice. They left for work in the afternoon. I went shopping and bought gifts for my parents. Seeing them, my eyes reddened. I realized their love was what truly mattered. At the club, I saw Song-jae and Lin Yan kissing in the hallway. I panicked and hid in a VIP room. A man was there, handsome. I covered his mouth, told him to be quiet. He didn't resist. I watched as Song-jae almost pushed open the door. I held it shut. They went to a hotel. I slumped against the door. When the lights came on, I recognized the man. I gave him money for his silence. He made me scan a QR code. I left. My best friend smelled men's perfume on me. I made an excuse. Song-jae came home. Said I'd changed. I used to blow up his phone when he was late. I brushed it off. He hugged me, smelled the perfume, asked if I'd fallen for someone else. Aladdin said it was cologne I was thinking of buying for him. He didn't press further. He invited me to a banquet. At the banquet, I was an ornament. Lin Yan stood beside him. People whispered that I was just a trophy wife. I felt a deep, nameless loss. Outside, I saw them kissing again. I hid behind a tree. When they left, the man Gusheng was there. He asked why every time he saw me, my husband was cheating. He gave me a business card. Said he knew a good divorce lawyer. I tore it up. He said cheating men have no hearts, that clinging is useless. I knew he was right, but I wasn't ready. I had no plan. What if he hurt my parents again? I had to keep pretending until I found a way out. Late that night, my mother called. She'd seen the surveillance video. She told me to divorce him. I held back tears, said I'd handle it. I couldn't sleep. I scrolled online and saw a post. I cheated, but I want to blame my wife. The username was Songs Ace. He was already planning to frame me. I was terrified if I hadn't seen this. He would have destroyed me first. Songs A came into the guest room, asked for hangover soup. I went to make it. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw him take my phone. I didn't stop him. I'd already deleted anything incriminating. I realized there was no way to save this marriage. He was determined to end it, and to make me the villain. He started gathering evidence. My father called me home. He said he was selling the company, their life's work. My mother said you are a life's work. I broke down. He said the buyer wasn't touchable by Songs A, and the employees would keep their jobs. Divorce him. We'll take care of you. I said not yet. I hired a lawyer and a private investigator. Songs A's online post said he was going on a business trip, the perfect time to have me followed. I arranged for the investigator to follow him instead. But then Lin Yan showed up at my house with my mother-in-law. She said she was pregnant with Songs A's child. My mother-in-law called me useless. I called the police. I told them I suspected my husband of illegal surrogacy. The neighbors saw us taken away. At the station, Lin Yan had to admit the affair. Her statement became evidence. In court, I presented my proof. I didn't get everything, but I got most. Walking out of the courthouse, I felt free. Gu Sheng congratulated me. He asked to add me back on social media. I agreed. I was going abroad to study. What pushed me was a custody hearing I'd witnessed. The judge gave the child to the father because he had a stable career. Love wasn't enough. I needed to be indispensable. I studied twice as hard and got into grad school abroad. On my first day, Gu Sheng handed me flowers. He'd been in my exchange program years ago. He said he'd fallen for me then. I'm glad you chose to fight for yourself. He was starting a branch office nearby. Long term, he said. I nodded. 2 years later, my friend told me Songs A and Lin Yan had turned on each other. Both were likely going to prison. I put my phone aside. A fallen leaf landed in my palm. I looked up smiling. I wasn't thinking about them. I was thinking I would make my own way.